Thank you for joining us today at the LDRS Creative YouTube tutorial channel, where we hope to inspire.
Hello, this is Rhea. I'm here today to introduce my new die line, Creative Basics. And we're going to start off with background builders. One of my favorites and most versatile of the new release from CHA. With this, you get 6 dies. You get 3 of the inner dies, which I'm going to show you how to use separately, and then the shape outline dies. With this, you can create really beautiful patterns for backgrounds that are quilted. They pierce and emboss, as you can see here, to make beautiful backgrounds for your cards. They go up to 6 inches. This is created for an A2 size. So let's get started. Let me show you how to use them real quick. Using a Spellbinder's Platinum machine. And let's start with a simple background. With the Spellbinder's Platinum, you can do half the work by putting the smaller platform in sideways. This die is the diamond shape, and I'm just using the inner side here. Here is the outside cutting edge. We're going to lay that down and leave that aside because I want to show you how to just use the piercing side. Put that on the base. Run it through the machine. Now, I'm going to emboss it. I don't know if you can see if I get it close enough to the camera where the pierced lines are on the outside. When you emboss with this machine, lay it directly on, and this is the new magnetic base, so lay it cut side up. Make sure you don't put it cut side down. Okay, and I'm going to use the shim plate for this. I have used low-tack tape or removable tape to hold the die into place onto the paper so that it doesn't shift. When I remove carefully the paper, or the die, I'm sorry, from the paper, I have a very nice border. It's embossed and pierced. It doesn't cut the paper. It doesn't cut it out. Now this pattern here is repeated. You can, I suggest actually buying a couple of sets of the same die because there's so many different things you can do, and layering them, it's actually easier to use multiple dies, tape them together, lay them out, and just run it once. So what I did was I took the straight line die with the oval die, just the insides, laid it out, taped it on the paper, run this through the machine. Make sure everything's straight. You can use a ruler. You can use a little bee. It's a product by Little Bee that goes on cutting pad. That is that's an automatic ruler. I'm going to flip it over to emboss it so the cut side is up because I don't want to cut on here. Going to emboss. Pull that back. Pull this off those magnets. Peel the tape off. Now I've taped both dies together so they would stay in place and not move. And again, you have a nice clean quilted look. It makes a nice edge for the clean and simple look of card designing, which is very popular right now. So now, let me show you what happens when you use the outside cutting edge. I have these prepped already. If I can get close enough to the camera here, don't get too sick as motion sickness. You will see right here, on each die there's notches. And you see this tape is medical tape. Medical tape is quite sticky. So I have lined up the notches with the inside piece and the outside cutting piece. I use medical tape to stick them together. They're not going to move. I don't want them to move. I've done this on all three shapes. You can see that the notches are lining up. Again, with the medical tape. I'm using a magnetic base, so and these are going to cut out, so that's okay. Actually, I'm going to tape them down with, because I want to emboss them, I'm going to tape them down with removable tape. Ooh, the camera just tilted. Tape them down with removable tape. Really quick. I just use Scotch. Some people use washi tape. Okay, so that's going to stick to the paper really well. So that when I go to emboss it, I don't have to worry about the paper shifting. Run it through the machine. Now these are new plates, a new machine, and a new base, so it's going to be a little harder to operate until they break in a little bit. Thank you, Spellbinders. Okay, so I've cut them. Now I'm going to carefully lift, keep everything in place. Flip it upside down, and I'm on the magnet. Those are strong magnets. Okay, I'm in there. That emboss. Again, new dies. There we go. New machine. Start pulling these apart. I like to tape things down as I'm cutting them. It holds them in place if they don't shift. This one. There are poke holes as well. Now when I pull off this tape, see how sticky that was? My die's just going to release. You have a nice edge border, embossed and pierced. Medical tape leaves no residue. It's another reason I like to work with it. The oval, embossed, nice border. Had a few pearls in the center. This one's just going to come right out the edge here. And the straight line edge. If you're working on, let's say, an A2 card, this one has a diamond shape. If you want to add the border to the top or the bottom of it, or the top of the card itself, simply trim it. This is 5.5. This is 4 1/4. And they're fit to go on 6x6 cards, but where you cut them and the way I designed them, if you do 4 1/4, it cuts at the same point on each place. So they're easily adaptable from 4 1/4 to 6-inch cards. Same thing on if you go to the 5.5 or a little bit smaller. Perfectly measured. And that is the new Background Builders. Once again, by Creative Basics, designed by myself, Rhea Weigand, with Passionate Paper Creations for LDRS Creative at ldrscreative.com. Thank you.
We hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. For information on these and more products available at the LDRS Creative Store, visit us on Facebook and our website at www.ldrscreative.com.